Weddings can be magical, but they can also burn a hole in your pocket. But what if you could have an amazing wedding without breaking the bank? Yes, you heard right. It's an all too common misconception that a great wedding has to be an expensive affair. In reality, it's not about how much money you spend, but rather how you spend it. This video is all about debunking the myth that your wedding day has to come with a hefty price tag. We're here to show you that it's entirely possible to have a fantastic, memorable wedding on a budget. So if you've been dreaming about your big day but are worried about the cost, worry no more. Whether you're planning a small, intimate gathering or a larger celebration, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we reveal 7 incredible tips to make your dream wedding a reality without emptying your wallet. Let's turn those wedding dreams into affordable realities, shall we? Tip number 1, prioritize. Not all aspects of your wedding need to be grand. It's easy to get caught up in the glitz and glam of planning a wedding, but it's essential to remember what truly matters. Focus on the elements that mean the most to you and your partner. Maybe it's the venue, the food, or perhaps the music. Allocate a larger portion of your budget to these areas. Meanwhile, consider areas where you can cut back without diminishing the joy of the day. For instance, extravagant decorations or an expensive wedding cake may not be as necessary as they seem. Perhaps you could opt for simpler decor or a smaller yet still beautiful cake. And don't forget, it's okay to say no to things that don't align with your priorities. This is your day, after all. So spend on what matters to both of you. Remember, it's about celebrating your love, not impressing the guests. Scene script. Tip number 2, embrace the DIY culture. Rolling up your sleeves and getting crafty can save you a pretty penny while adding a personal touch to your big day. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your own creations enhancing the charm of your wedding. Take invitations, for instance. Handmade invitations not only cut costs, but they also give your guests a glimpse into the unique style of your wedding. And let's not forget about decorations. From table runners to floral arrangements, a little creativity can go a long way. The same goes for centerpieces. Why not create a centerpiece that reflects your story, your journey? Remember, it's these personal touches that make a wedding truly memorable, not how much you spend. So don't be afraid to put a bit of yourself into your wedding. DIY not only saves money, but also makes your wedding more personal and unique. Tip number 3, off-peak is your friend. You might be surprised to find out just how much you can save by simply choosing to have your wedding during an off-peak season or on a weekday. Popular wedding seasons and weekends often come with a premium price tag. This is because the demand for venues, caterers and other services is at its peak. But when demand is low, prices tend to follow suit. Imagine securing the same beautiful venue, the same delicious catering, the same stunning decorations, but at a fraction of the cost. Consider a cozy winter wedding or a vibrant weekday ceremony. These unconventional choices not only save you money, but also give your wedding a unique touch. Remember, your wedding date doesn't define the love and commitment you're celebrating. It's about you and your partner, not the calendar. With careful planning, you can have a beautiful wedding on a weekday or during an off-peak season. Tip number 4, it's okay to keep it intimate. There's a certain charm in small, intimate weddings that can't be replicated by grand, extravagant ones. Sure, having a crowd can be fun, but consider this. Reducing the guest list can significantly cut down your expenses. Fewer guests mean less food to cater, fewer seats to arrange, and potentially a smaller venue to hire. But the benefits of a smaller wedding aren't just financial. It also allows you to interact more personally with each of your guests, creating deeper connections and memories that last a lifetime. Plus, it's easier to manage a smaller crowd, giving you less stress and more enjoyment on your big day. So don't be afraid to trim your guest list down. It's your day after all. Make it about celebrating with those who truly matter to you. Remember, it's the quality of company, not the quantity that matters. Tip number 5, rethink your venue. Now, we're not suggesting you compromise on your dream wedding, but rather we're encouraging you to think outside the box. You see, there are countless beautiful venues out there that won't break the bank. Consider natural settings like parks and beaches. These places are often free or have a minimal cost and provide a stunning backdrop to your nuptials. Or how about a family backyard? Not only is it cost-effective, but it also adds a personal touch to your big day. These budget-friendly options can be just as beautiful as their pricier counterparts. With the right decorations and a creative mindset, you can transform these spaces into a wedding wonderland. Remember, it's not about how much you spend, but about the love and joy you share on your special day. A budget-friendly venue doesn't mean a lesser wedding. Now, before we share the final tip, let's do a quick recap. We've talked about the reality of wedding budgeting and how vital it is to prioritize your budget. We've discussed the advantages of do-it-yourself projects to save costs and how off-peak season can be your best ally. We've also touched upon the idea of cutting down the guest list and hiring a budget-friendly venue. Now, on to our final tip, hiring a budget-friendly photographer or videographer. Remember, your wedding day is about creating and capturing priceless memories. But you don't need to break the bank to do so. There are many talented photographers and videographers who offer affordable packages. It's all about finding the right one who understands your vision and can capture your special moments in a way that suits your budget. Remember, a great wedding is not about how much you spend, but about celebrating your love in a way that feels right to you.